stooge. It's a legend. It's Brian Kruse. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Here comes the man in the stooge. It's a legend.
The technic.
Live from Los Angeles, it's Monday night, time for the Kruse Control Show. And here's our host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday, February 10th, 2025. Welcome back to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back everybody. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Honestly, maybe you accomplished a goal, maybe you climbed a mountain, maybe you swam the 7 seas. I don't know, but I'm happy to have you back here on a Monday. And we're gonna have a fantastic night as always because we're live! We're live. It's Kruse Control time. So thank you for being here again. Super excited. I had a great weekend. I just did a lot of work here. We had technical issues to the show for a while. I think it's all working good now. You let me know tonight if anything weird happens. Always happy to have you all back here. As always, Emma Peel reporting for service. Good to hear it. Good to see you, Emma. It's been a couple days. Good to see you. Always good to see you. But joining us back, everybody, we know he's here. The technical director himself, Mr. G.R. Waters. What's up, G.R.?
Hey, Brian, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, GR. How was your weekend?
Like always, too short. You know, you want them longer, but they don't give them to you.
Did you kick some ass this weekend, GR?
No, but I took some names.
There we go. There we go.
Daddy, thirsty daddy. Who your daddy, thirsty daddy?
Too much asking. I'm too old to kick ass.
Come on,
Too slow to
GR.
run.
You're
So
on
I
me.
just shoot them and have let God
Whoa,
sort 'em out.
whoa. We're not doing that here. We do not condone that on Kruse Control. No. But GR, honestly, though, I'm saying kick ass like you're getting stuff done. You got stuff done, right?
Yeah, I've been through 270 of 295 shows to date.
Oh, we've been going through some stuff and doing some things, haven't we, GR? I can't believe
Remember
episode
that,
300 is around the corner.
A week from today.
A week from today. Yeah. I honestly can't wait.
Ain't nothing
Peppy?
wrong with the
So
sniffing of a
tune in,
butt.
folks. You're gonna see a wild show.
Peppy, do your own thing, man.
We're gonna have a gentleman from the other side of the pond.
It's true. Yeah, we're going to have Paul here from Heavy Spoilers, everybody. Super excited about that. Excited to have him here again. He's been doing it for a long time. Movie reviews, spoiler talk. He has all this crazy stuff. I love him so much. He's funny. He's hilarious. He's from the UK. He'll be here live on our 300 show, GR. Happy to have you here, though, man. It's going to be a good Monday, right? You feeling good about it?
I feel great about it.
Every time. Good to see you, GR. Happy Monday. And And joining us back, of course, Monday, she's here. She's been here for the past few weeks again, coming back again for all the way from Michigan, everybody. Miss Valerie Zatarga. What's up, Val?
Hi, happy to be here. Favorite Monday thing to do.
How's your weekend, Val? Was it good?
My weekend was good. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but did anybody else see the video of the anglerfish that swam up to the surface? Did anybody else see that, or was that just
anglerfish? No, I haven't seen it.
Holla!
Heavy saw it, I guess.
It's a fish that lives where there's no light, and it has a little bioluminescent light on the top of its head, and it's really scary looking. It has huge jaws.
Yeah.
And one was caught for the first time ever on video swimming to the surface in Spain, and it died shortly after because its body is
the
deep
They never had that before. They found that before. It's just something new that came out of nowhere.
No, they've seen them before previously, ones that have after hurricanes and stuff like that, ones that have washed up from deep depths, and then on submarine footage, stuff like that. But this is the first time they've ever gotten footage of one where there's light. So a huge Monday for marine biologists.
They're excited all over there. I mean, that's cool. I'm always fascinated. There's so many things down there we don't even know about, we don't see, and it's all of a sudden something comes up to the surface. What is that? It just goes to show that there's so much we don't really know about. We don't really see that's in this world still. And we don't know what's beyond either, which is crazy that we have alien creatures kind of living here already.
No, literally, yeah. It's been living rent free in my head for the last couple of days. That female anglerfish.
Well, good to see you, Val. Good to see you, Val. Happy to have you here. It's going to be a fun night. Also joining us back, too. It's been a couple weeks. Happy to have her back, everybody. Welcome back, stunt extraordinaire, actor, producer, creator, Miss Amelia Perez. What's up, Allie?
Good to be back.
How you been, Allie?
Oh, good. It was a great weekend. It was a birthday weekend. I ate an insane amount of sugar, and I'm ready to go.
Nice. Happy belated birthday. That's fantastic. You had the Super Bowl and big parties and stuff happening. Maybe you have a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time. Just food. The whole weekend was very food centric, So.
I love that. What's up, Countess? Good to see you. I think we lost the thirsty daddy here. I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, I was peeping that.
Yeah, I think he switched a couple camera angles on me. I don't know what he did there. I'm he's messing with me right now. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
What's going on, GR?
We spoke too soon about solving all the problems, Brian.
I guess we did, GR. I've noticed a little bit of hesitation with my stuff still, too. So I don't know what the hell's going on with this program. It's been an hour and a half. Whatever. Happy to have you here, Allie. Good to see you. Welcome back. Quickly, any news, any project news you can talk about at all? Anything in the back burner?
No, not project news. Taking into things to festivals this year. A comedy pilot and another project getting ready to go into production. So, yeah, nothing official yet.
Nice. Well, keep us updated. We want to hear more about it. I'm happy. You're always busy. It's good to have you here because we get you. We're happy to have you here. So thanks for being here, Allie. As always, it's going to be a fun night. It's Monday. And Angela, everybody might pop in. I don't know. We got Dave here for now. Like I've said before, Dave's also been having a lot of issues with his stuff, just like me. I'm always telling him
I tried to let you down easily by telling you I found you disgusting.
And they just insults me all day. So good to see you here, Countess. Welcome. Happy to have you all here on Kruse Control. Happy Monday. It's going to be a fun show. But it doesn't matter what day it is. It's going to be a Monday. It could be a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. End of the week, there's always one thing going down, everybody. And that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, everybody. The very first thing I want to talk about right now is Nobody Wants This. I love this show. I worked on this show, so it's like always like close to my heart too. But Nobody Wants This season 2 is officially about to start shooting. Now season 1's been done for a little bit. It was on Netflix. Jackie Tong came forward to talk about it. She's awesome. She's so funny too. Great human being, fantastic actor. But she said that officially announced it, everybody, they're going to start shooting season 2 in February. In March 3rd. My brain. March 3rd is going to start actually shooting. She said she's super excited. This was during the 30th annual Critics' Choice Awards. She was talking about this, and she's like, I'm ready to get back to work. I think a lot of people are too. Isn't Dave off the roids? Well, it depends, Queen. Sometimes he is, and sometimes don't make him feel sensitive, Queen. He's very sensitive about that. But I'm excited to see this. Nobody wants this. If you love the first season, get ready. There's more coming, and people want to see more of that. Unlike Snow White, because Snow White, everybody, is it's coming. Snow White's coming. The Mark Webb directed movie about Snow White. They're projecting it to make $63 to $70 million opening weekend. And that sounds like a lot of money. It does. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of money, but not when you actually spend $209 million on this. And with the controversy going on over there with Rachel Zegler, also with the controversy with everything that happened at Disney, where they've been going back and forth and they've been mad about like the fan backlash. The fans have been going nuts about this. That's when we have to worry about it. We really do, because I'm interested to see. I hope it's good, but I think a lot of people don't want to. They had the whole controversy about the Seven Dwarfs too, where they changed that, and then also they had to do a bunch of reshoots. I just think this thing's kind of problematic. We'll see how it actually plays out, but more controversy is also happening with Prince, because the Prince biopic, or I should say the documentary, is gone. It's gone. We talked about this a few times. Netflix had picked up the 6-part docuseries, and they were working on it for a while, expecting it to actually go. Based off the late musician's estate, though, they had to shut down, because they came forward and said that, we didn't like it. They didn't like what they were doing, like what the director was doing. So now the estate came in, they got a mutual agreement, and they're going to scrap all that, and they're going to start over. And the estate's actually going to make this all come forward. As a result, Netflix documentary will eventually come. There will come, but it's going to be a whole different concept. That Ezra Elderman one, I know the estate was not happy about that before. So they're pulling that whole project. It's gone, starting from scratch. So if you're excited about Prince, you might have to a little bit longer to find out more about this docuseries coming out. I don't know if it'll be 6-part. We'll have to wait and find out. They're still very fresh, but this was one of those things that they were hoping to release, but now it's based off all that they have to stop. But hopefully Prince's estate still makes money from Spotify, because Spotify, guys, of course, has been always a controversial thing about are the musicians being paid or not. There's been a whole thing. We're like, we don't make shit off Spotify. Well, now Warner Music Group and Spotify have struck a multi-year deal, and they're saying in this deal, we're actually going to have a global streamer announcement agreement like Universal Music that's going to actually change things. They say they're actually going to be giving more money back to the actual musicians. A direct licensing model is going to make this better. They're saying they're going to be better. They said we're building the company's existing alignment around artist-centric royalty models, they're calling this. So that the artists actually get paid for this. Now, there's a reward and protection for the power of the artist to attract and engage audiences, and they're hoping that this delves into a whole new fan experience, because they want to release more content here. A deeper music catalog this deal is supposed to bring, video catalog, and they're further going to have paid subscription tiers, and they think that will actually generate more money for the actual artists. I hope so. We'll have to wait and find out. Angela's here. Angela, welcome back. I'm going to dive back in, but Angela, welcome. Good to see you here. Hopefully you're doing well. Hey.
Hey. Sorry, I am like internet issue, feeling kind of starting to come down with something, so I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
We all know how that
Lots
goes,
of vitamin
right?
C and water, girl.
Huh?
Yeah.
Lots of vitamin C and water.
It's just starting, so I'm like, oh God.
Well, good to see you, Angela.
So apologies if I
here.
sound congested. Like it's just in advance.
Well, thank you for
good to
still
see you
making
guys.
it.
Nice to see you, Allie, Val,
Hi.
GR.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
You know who you are. Pepe.
Pepe's always in the house. Always in the house.
You too, of course, you too, Brian. Obviously.
Happy.
Delving into the breaking news, huh?
Yeah.
Just taking it one day at a time.
Okay, Pepe. But yeah, a lot happened though. I gotta tell you guys, because again, that Prince thing, the Spotify deal, that's a lot going on. And I'm interested to see if they actually get their money, if this actually becomes a good deal. I don't know. They claim it's going to be a good deal. They claim the artists are getting more money. Only time will tell. And I tell you, if it doesn't work out, the rage is going to be out there. And also, the rage is coming, guys. Matthew McConaughey, his new project moving forward, starring in Paul Greengrass's peasant revolt film called The Rage, formerly known as The Hood. This film is set in a place during the Peasants' Revolt, and it's a major uprising that took part, in a large part, in England in 1381. And this is a response to social, economic, political tensions and high taxation. And McConaughey is actually playing GR. Right, GR? That was what was happening. That was the Rage, GR. That was the Rage.
I'll talk about it when we do our hot takes, because then I'll explain it. How's that?
Okay, all right, sounds good, GR. Sounds good. But McConaughey's going to be playing here. He's casting this. We don't really know what part he's playing yet. Now, people are trying to speculate who he's being played, but there is still no news on it. We'll have to wait and find out. I'm interested. It's interesting to see him playing a period piece like this. Is he still going to be like, all right, I'm going to figure out about this taxation sensation? It could be interesting.
I surely doubt he'll say it like that, Mike.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Bloody well sound like an Englishman, not a bloody Yank.
I don't know, GR. We'll have to see. I'm more excited about his other project, The Brothers, coming out, because him and Woody Harrelson, which has been this whole thing online for a long time, like they thought they were actual siblings. There's been a whole thing where people have speculated for years they were actual siblings, and so they made this series coming over with Holland Taylor playing their mother, Emmy Award-winning Holland Taylor, McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, The Brothers for Apple TV Plus. Now, this is a big play on this whole idea now. David West Reed from the Big Door Prize. I don't know if you ever watched that show on Apple. I like that show a lot. Unfortunately, it got canceled. He's the showrunner of this. It's a 10-episode, half-hour comedy, and it's going to be heightened versions of themselves and a heartfelt, odd couple love story revolving around the strange and beautiful sibling-like bond. And it's taking place, actually filming right now in Texas. And so we'll have to see if this is going to be fun. Are they going to make this great? I hope it's good. I really do hope it's good. I love these two together, and I've been seeing stuff online about its filming already. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. A lot of new projects coming around. Another one that's popping up too that I think is kind of cool is about Kevin Kline. I love Kevin Kline. I feel like I haven't seen him do as much stuff lately. I don't know what it is, but I guess, as you get older, different projects change. Maybe he took a break. That happens all the time. But MGM Plus now is doing an 8-episode series with him, and it's a half-hour comedy. He's executive producing it and starring in it. And we're playing on the arts a little bit here, guys. This comedy centers around a Broadway star and notorious narcissist, Richard Bean, who Kline's be playing, who suffers a spectacular public meltdown, and then he has to return to his hometown and his family-run theater he gets involved with again, and he tries to find himself again. So it's a coming-of-age story in a lot of ways. His father is also a former director. He's kind of going through old age. He's trying to still work with him and get back to his family, and then getting back into dinner theater and try to find himself. It's a fascinating take. I hope it's good. I mean, MGM Plus is kind of doing more things now. They have that Robin Hood show too, so I think we're going to see more content coming that way. Just like we also have the 5-Star Weekend coming. A lot of projects, guys. 5-Star Weekend, a drama by, again, Jennifer Gardner. Executive producing, also starring in it. And this has been at the streamer for almost a year. Over at Netflix, they've been trying to make this happen. Now, the thing is, we've been waiting to hear anything about it. They're officially moving forward now. Is it going to be good? I don't know. But it centers around, again, an influencer. There's all this influencer stuff. A food influencer known for delicious recipes, impeccable taste, and warm demeanor who suffers from a devastating loss. And then it kind of goes from there. I like Jennifer Gardner. I think she's a fantastic human being. I worked with her over on, what was that movie called? I almost had it. Pineapple? Not Peppermint. Peppermint. Pineapple. Peppermint. P-word, right? But she's great. Peppermint, yeah. GR, hold yourself, GR. A lot of comedies lately, and she's a great human being. She was a badass in that. And also another comedy coming forward is Will Ferrell and Zac Efron are coming over to Amazon, and they got another project moving forward. And this sounds interesting too, because this is about a judge. Will Ferrell's playing a judge in this. Now, did you guys see You're Cordially Invited? Because that just came out not too long ago. And that starred Will Ferrell. Also, Nicholas Stroller was the director of that. Because that did well, they're doing this project now. A continuation of this, his work with Will Ferrell, but a new comedy follows a young convict played by Efron, fresh out of prison, who takes a reality TV courtroom hostage, blaming the megalomaniac TV judge played by Will Ferrell for his past ruling to convict, and he feels like he ruined his life. It's interesting. I think that's kind of cool. These two together, like, why not? And I love new concepts. We got fresh IP, guys. We got some fresh IP happening. And I got to say, I love it. Just as much, I love to hear more about this JFK project.
Brian, you'll put the hex on it and they'll cancel it.
I might jinx it. We got the JFK project still coming forward, though. Even though we talked about this on Friday, be like, maybe it's canceled. Well, now we have more casting news, so I think this is moving forward. John Travolta's been tapped to headline it. Yeah, I know, GR's like, it'll happen because the JFK is in the air these days. Everyone's talking about JFK since all the files be coming out now. But this is still based off of about an idea of an Italian kind of, I think it was Italian, but he's a mobster. It's a mobster from New York who apparently was involved with killing JFK. That's the idea. And also the government on top of that, too. But Travolta signed on. Also, other people been casting on. Who I love. Mandy Patinkin just signed on too. I love Mandy Patinkin. He signed on, and he's playing, Chicago outfit head attorney Anthony Accardo, and we also have Mulroney. Who's Mulroney? Another person signed. There's lots of people, but I'm just saying that again. The biggest people here is Travolta being signed on, and I know they said Al Pacino was supposed to still be in there. We still haven't heard if Pacino's still there, but I'm fascinated to see if this project will actually. I think it's happening, but I think it's really got a lot of problems to still sift through until production actually happens. And we always have issues with that. We do when we have the contract stuff. There's a lawsuit being filed for $1 million over this whole concept too. So it's a very sticky situation here. We'll have to see how it works out. And Tom Cruise gets himself in all these sticky situations in all of his movies. And now, apparently, guys, he recently was passing out on the new Mission Impossible movie, like passing out, because apparently he came forward and said that there's this one action sequence in the new one where it would lead him to pass out on a number of occasions. Now, in this situation, it was a 1930s Boeing Sturman biplane, and apparently he's hurling across the airspace in South Africa where they're at 10,000 feet. And he was saying if you stick your feet up the wrong way, you pass out because you can't get enough oxygen. And apparently that happened multiple times to him. And he was like, I don't know, I still made it happen because Tom Cruise doesn't care. He's like, whatever it takes to get the shot, which I gotta admit is still pretty badass. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Yes.
I think he's like fine just dying on set. I think that feels like Tom's
I can see that actually happening.
Potential demise is that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He will do like everything and anything to like just. I respect him, but like, damn. I mean, I don't want to hear in the headline. It is what it is, but I feel like that's going to take that guy out. One of these stunts.
Yeah. And Emma Peel, he doesn't want to have a stunt guy. Tom Cruise wants to do all his stunts. He's like, I'm the stunt guy.
And he's 63. It's like crazy. Like, it's
Tom
wild. It's incredible he's doing all this at 63,
He's a great actor, but that's called stuck on stupid.
Tom Cruise don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's got his death wish. I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna push
just believe in it, right? Like, just believe that part of making the art and being this character yourself means like going to these extremes. It's an extreme belief in what he's doing.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. I mean, if he's loving it and he loves doing it, I mean, hey, more power to him. I'd like him to stick around a little longer, but yeah,
I want that like part of his career where he's doing all the like massive dramas again. I want him to get into that world.
Yeah,
I know what's going to happen eventually. Like, the man needs to win an Oscar someday, right?
Well,
is it ever going to happen?
What the Countess says, Brian.
Well, Tom Cruise was to join. Well, yeah,
that's right. He's never even won an Oscar.
Nope, never won an Oscar.
But for the most part,
Look how long it took John Wayne to win one.
Good point,
Emma Stone won one? Like,
not Tom Cruise.
I'm like,
no,
what?
It's been a long time since Tom Cruise has done anything that you'd think of as Oscar bait. Like, he doesn't do things that are Oscar bait. He does things that are fun for him and are big action, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he's
like,
can I
he
jump
did
out of it?
a lot
Can I
back
run?
in the day, though. I mean, I think he did a lot. I mean, obviously back in like Born on the 4th of July. I mean, he's done so many that were definitely very much worth Oscar nominations, but I mean, and like wins, I think. But I can't remember who he was up against back then. Yeah. But yeah, he's done some pretty great stuff. But yeah, like for the most part, his journey has been like more of the like action thriller, kind of all that stuff. Maybe it's got something correlated with his own life. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely not doing real.
Oh, jeez. Emma, he wants to join Count Xenu.
Huh?
Emma said he wants to join Count Xenu.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
Here's to you, Tom.
Right.
Keep jumping out of planes as long as you can, man. That's what I say.
Jumping out.
With a parachute, Tom. With a parachute.
The last action hero, I call him. That's what I say. But a lot of breaking news.
Why weren't you should have been there, Brian, as your stand-in. What were you doing?
I mean, I want to, but he's doing everything in the UK now. He wants everything in the UK. He's got a guy in the UK. I tried. Trust me, I tried. There's people told me that he's got a guy there, so I'm not going to fly somebody out and put him up there because I got a UK guy. And if he comes back to LA, which Top Gun 3 in 5 years maybe, which at that point, hopefully I don't have to do that anymore and I'll just be here live on Kruse Control instead. Or doing my own movies. Or we'll be doing our own movies, right? GR will be directing in his Thirsty Daddy shirt. It'll say the Thirsty Daddy says cut. And when he says cut, you listen. And then Peppy will be rolling in the deep and having a good time, and I'll be doing this thing.
Yep, you never know. I mean, you've got plenty of options out there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But everybody, a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. And honestly, I'm excited about tonight. As always, it is Monday. It's going to be a great night. But now it's that time. And we got a lot of breaking news going, a lot of new projects, really. I'm excited about new projects. But now it's that time to put that 1 minute on the clock for all my guests to have what to say. Is there hot takes? Let's do it. All right, everybody. Now it's that time for those hot takes. This is that time. I put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute break down all their hot takes on all the latest breaking news. Now, can they make it before that bomb blows up, or will they not? And honestly, if you don't make it, it's fine. It comes down to the people to decide who's going to win hot takes, and I can't wait to see who will be that hot take master for this. Is it Monday? It's Monday, GR.
Yeah, it's Monday
edition of Kruse Control. I don't even know what day it is sometimes. Let's go on over to the panel. Let's find out who's going to go first with the hot takes. All right, everybody. Angela, who's going to go first? How you feeling? Who do you think?
Oh my goodness. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see. I don't know. Any first takers that would like to go? Allie?
Sure.
Okay. You have the floor, or I should say the microphone.
All right.
Have at it.
I believe in you, Ellie. I know you got this. As always, it's a Monday. We're going to have some great hot takes. I'm going to put that minute on the clock, and you're going to destroy these hot takes. Mm-hmm. All right. You feeling good about it?
Oh, I feel great.
Okay. Here we go. Without further ado, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. What? Thanks.
All right. Nobody wants this. I guess somebody wants that because season 2 is coming. Good for them. Snow White to bomb. I mean, that girl just kept stepping in it over and over again. Like, that doesn't bother me too much. I'm sick of them remaking those into real life. Prince docuseries canceled. I'm a little sad about that. I feel like a lot of people probably want it. Hopefully it was like properly a docuseries and didn't have a weird slant. Spotify royalties, it's about time. I hope that that's a good thing. The Rage, formerly The Hood, they're just doing this period thing, and they're just hoping they can make it sound current and edgy. Brothers series, that should be fun. Kevin Kline series, that plus the Efron and Pharrell thing, they're just like, guys, come on, we have names, because they all really need work. Travolta too, cast as JFK. That sounds a little disturbing. I don't know what to think about that one, but he is a transformative kind of guy. And same with 5 Star Weekend. Tom Cruise passing out. I mean, he's not going to get a stunt guy. What happens to him happens, and he knew.
He knew. Great hot takes, Ellie. Great hot takes. Woo! How's it feel, Ellie?
Oh, hey, I got through it.
Yeah.
I almost forgot one, and I was like, no, that one's too.
There was finesse, there was action, there was a little bit of everything right there. Great hot takes. Great hot takes, Ellie.
Journey.
Yes, we're going for a journey throughout the wilderness to Grandma's house, and GR might be there too. All right. Who's going next there, Angela? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I thought about, should I maybe just jump in and, throw it out there?
Make a decision, girl. You didn't make any on Friday. Now make one.
I just did. I said, should I go next?
No, you asked the question. That's
fired up on a Monday.
Well, I was leaving it to you guys, but I'll go next then, GR. I'll be very definitive, okay? I'm going to go next.
Very good, girl. Very good.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Angela. Here we go.
All right.
All right. We're gonna figure it out right now. Gonna be a good time.
Figure it out.
All right,
okay.
I'm gonna stop that right now.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Nobody wants a season premiere. Apparently, like Allie said, somebody wanted this because season 2 is happening. So we'll just see if it's funny or painfully relatable. Snow White, I mean, the changes to this and a $40 to $50 million opening weekend, that sounds terrible if that's what they're projecting, and no dwarfs. Sorry. Prince documentary, Limbo. They need to get the whole thing. I broke that whole story when he died, and it was crazy with TMZ. They need to get their shit together when it comes to the estate stuff. I hope it comes to fruition. Spotify and Warner. I hope I can still have my breakup playlist or all those types of great playlists without them being interrupted. So hopefully they'll stay intact. Matthew McConaughey in both of these situations are going to be freaking awesome, especially teaming up with Woody Harrelson. He's going to do the Texas thing great. Kevin Kline playing washed up, whatever, sounds too realistic. Jennifer Gardner sounds like my type of weekend. And Zac Efron, oh, damn it. Thought it was close. It was like almost there. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, Efron and Will Ferrell. So if Efron sings and Will Ferrell yells, I think we're all in for some potential TV gold or movie gold, I should say. Travolta, let's just hope that he doesn't try to pull a Boston accent, because I don't think America's ready for that. Tom Cruise fainting. I mean, maybe at this point, this is like actually the mission that is impossible. Like, it's typical Tom Cruise, but I'd like him to be around more. Love Tom Cruise.
All right. Great hot takes.
Well, extra. Thank you. That's how it goes. Let's do a little clap. We gotta find new music, Brian.
I know. We'll figure it out. It wasn't happening tonight, I tell you that. Great hot takes.
Thanks. Appreciate the extra time. It was almost too much to ramble about.
It was good. Great hot takes. All right, we're gonna send it over to the thirsty daddy hot take king, or are we gonna go over to Val?
Let's do GR, Val. We're gonna leave one of the best for last.
Oh.
You've got it.
All right. We're going over. He is getting a little bit older, I know. I love Tom Cruise, though. He's still like the last action hero. I'll say it again.
He's a youngster, like Brian.
The last megastar.
He's only 63, for God's sake.
It's true.
Don't get GR pissed off. He's going to get all worked up now.
Yeah, he will. All right, GR. We'll come over to you right now. How you feeling right now? You ready for these hot takes, GR?
Let's do it.
All right, GR. I'm excited for you. I know Peppy is, right, Peppy?
The technical director is here.
It's true, Peppy. It's true. All right, GR. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Nobody wants this as a comedy, supposedly, but after reading it, it sounds like she's playing a prejudicial Jap, and it's not funny. Sorry. Snow White, the mouse's latest lose money? Yes, it will. No Prince docu-series. I'm glad the estate got control of it and not some idiot. Spotify and Warner deal, good. Better protection for the artists. Oh, and the Rage, what a name. He's playing Watt Tyler, the revolutionary that did nothing and got killed by the government. McConaughey Harrison as brothers. Can't wait to see that, to be honest. Let's see the 5-star weekend with Jennifer Garner. Sounds tasty. Farrell and Efron, I'll pass on that, but they can pay him through PayPal. Where? Oh, Travolta at the JFK. I don't care who he plays. Yeah, thank you, Pepe. Kruse passing out. Hey, Tom, you're not 19 anymore, okay?
Great hot takes, GR.
Thank you.
Woo! How was that, GR? Was that good for you?
Yeah, well, I had to tell you who it was Wat Tyler that he's playing in the series.
That's right. There was a rumor about that. I mean, they haven't said 100%, have they? I don't think they have.
Yeah, well, when I read it, he is.
Oh, okay.
Papa.
Well, they're not going to put him as an extra. They're going to put him as the lead. And
I'm not spoiled.
That was a joke of a revolution. It lasted about 3 weeks, and he and the other leaders of it, got killed. Off of their heads, mate.
The Rage. Is that a good name for a GR?
It's a stupid name, to be honest with you. I think they were doing what you said, though, Brian. Trying to modernize it.
Yeah. Taxation.
I was like, Carrie sequel?
Oh, nice one, girl. That was great.
We're like, think Braveheart, but with less kilts and more Texas twang.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, great hot takes, GR. Great hot takes.
Good job, GR.
Thank you.
Everybody loves Pep Star in the chat.
Beheaded.
And Pep Star loves everybody in the chat.
Valerie.
Thanks, Peppy. All right, Val. You feeling you ready for these hot takes?
I'm ready to roll. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
Bust it down, Val.
Take a breath. It's hot take time. All right. Here we go. Why, Taylor? Yeah, I like the chat's like, I know who these people are. Okay, Val. It's been a week. You're still feeling good about them? You got that twinkle in your eye? You feeling good?
I'm trying to lock in. I'm struggling to lock in, but I am absolutely locking in. I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go, Val. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
All right. Nobody wants this season 2. As everybody else said, clearly somebody wanted this. Snow White, to bomb. Yeah, that sucks. Because, that could be a really wonderful movie for a lot of people. So that sucks. Prince docuseries canceled. As everybody else said, I'm really glad the estate got control. As somebody who lived in Minnesota, I love and respect Prince deeply. Spotify, please just pay your artists. Pay artists for their art. The Rage, I just love the idea of seeing Matthew McConaughey with his Texas accent in a period. Brothers, Paula Taylor is so mother. That's all I have to say. Kevin Kline, I don't know anything about that. Best of luck, sir. I hope that's funny. 5-Star Weekend, I should read that book. Sounds great. Zac Efron and Will Ferrell. I wish Zac Efron, I'm sorry about your job, but please lay off the Botox. John Travolta cast in JFK. I hope they get him a good wig. Sounds good. And Tom Cruise passes out. Tom Cruise, please be responsible. You're a man of a certain age. Take care of your health. And women love you.
I know, right? He needs to be okay. Great hot takes, Val. You gotta watch him. You gotta look after our Tom Cruise.
I like the diplomatic way you said old of a certain age. I like that.
Hey, listen. You can't be ageist. I think there needs to be actors of all ages. No ageism.
Yeah.
It's true.
None of that. We don't want that at all. We just want to be good. GR says, what GR we always say, youth deprived, right?
That's right.
Youth deprived. Well, great.
That's the politically correct way to say old now. Youth deprived.
Youth deprived. Great hot takes across
the board. Or Val would say of a certain age.
Of a certain age. You gotta take care of your health.
You do. A lot of people don't, unfortunately. I don't know. You gotta just take care of yourself.
Mature.
Well, great hot takes.
Depends what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, I know. You're not always magnificently mature. Not with those Cutwaters.
Oh, yeah, those Cutwaters. GR's rolling.
Cutwaters, GR. Sorry, bud.
I only imbibed a few.
I just have to call somebody to come and get you.
You got to that bed, though, huh, GR? No problem.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even have to trip over the cooler again.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, great hot takes. Great hot takes.
For you that weren't watching the show on Friday, I tripped over the cooler when I tried to turn around and do something. And
Gio was
don't
down.
want you to break your neck
down.
with a cooler.
Planted in my file cabinet.
We're like, and we lost the thirsty daddy. He's down. You're like, I'm okay. I
You're
still
like,
have, I don't know
what
if it was,
happened to him?
I can't remember who was in the chat was just like, GR had a great night tonight. I'm like, yes, he did. He had a great night. Great night.
That he did.
Great hot takes. Great hot takes. Great hot takes. All right. Well, at this point, everybody, I'm going to put the vote out. Put the vote out to you right now. You tell me who you think should win hot takes, and vote it up, because I'm intrigued to find out who will be our hot take master for episode 297. 297. Woo, those numbers keep going up. It's crazy. But while you're doing that, everybody, we're just going to take a side step. We're figuring out, but we're just going to take a side step and talk in some quick takes. Come on. All right, everybody, it's time for some quick takes. Now, I'm going to try this one more time because we're trying to figure out how to make quick takes quick. I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock, not 10 hours today. I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock for these quick takes. We're going to rapid fire, go from one person to the next, give them a few minutes until that clock stops. When that clock stops, that's it. We're going to find out who's our hot take master, and we'll be done with the quick take. So, without further ado, I'm going to start the clock. And the time is ticking, everybody, and I hope it works. We'll find out very soon. All right, everybody, I'm going to go to the board right now. I'm going to go with everybody to the panel. We're going to talk. So I'm going to go to Allie very fast. So Allie, a lot going on as always in the breaking news. What's your favorite topic? What's the favorite new kind of breaking project coming out of all the new ones?
Man, I almost want to say the Snow White thing, just because it's a little bit funny to watch somebody trip over themselves in that manner. So maybe in kind of a mean girl way. That's why it's kind of funny to talk about the Snow White thing, because so somebody mentioned it in the chat. That girl just kept going online and like digging the hole deeper and like insulting the fans more. And so it's a little funny to watch somebody seem to reap what they sow.
Yeah, and she thinks like, what she was saying that was gonna be fine for the movie. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, she's done stuff. She did West Side Story. She's been working. I know she was on a TV show too. I can't remember, but I know she's been busy. But she should know better than to say that stuff. We're gonna have a conversation about actors and social media later too. But this happens to people a lot, doesn't it? You say something and it could burn your whole career. It's a business.
I mean, it's a confusing time. We're doing even what we're doing right now, right? People. You go on, you get some kind of interview, somebody asks you your thoughts on a topic, and you say something, and you may or may not be informed, or you may not think very hard about the consequences of what you say, and then it can be used against you because it's on record.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. And so I don't know. I don't know if she just thought it wasn't that big a deal. Some people get caught up because they're used to not being a big deal, and now she's doing big things where people care. So,
and all of a sudden, everyone's listening. Everybody's listening. And it's like, what do you do in that situation? I mean, honestly, I think she didn't really backpedal, though. She's kind of doubled down on this stuff, too.
She didn't backpedal. She meant what she said. She spoke in a way that was towards what she believed, but it wasn't very good PR move-wise for the content she's making, for the fact that it's like Disney stuff. It doesn't take good consideration of who the fans are, and so that means that they chose her and didn't think about who she was when they did it in that context, and she's not worried about whether she gets another of those in that way.
No, not at all. Great quick takes there, Allie. We're going to move on here. All right. Okay, I'm going to go over to Angela here fast. Angela, we're talking about this whole thing with Rachel Zegler. She was in Shazam too. I know that. I know Queen was saying that too. First of all, do you think the same thing? Do you think that maybe she didn't realize that her, you start some way, your star meter isn't where exactly it should be. Then all of a sudden it blows up, and then you might say something. It's all about star ratings here, guys. Look at IMDb Pro. You'll know what I'm talking about. And do you think that's what it is? Do you think she didn't realize, and now she's doubling down? Is that the right move to make in that situation?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like to Allie's point. I mean, when you reap what you sow, right? Like, if you're gonna, I mean, I don't know too much about the whole story, but I mean, in terms of what's kind of already been going on, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, it's already like looking to be somewhat of a like tracking to be really a modest. I mean, box office. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to be good. That's why it's like the buzz is mixed online backlash, and like the changes in the story already. I mean, it's just they have fans are divided about it. So I think it's just going to be one of those. I don't think this is going to be worth it for them. But
what's your favorite new movie coming? Do you want to see Rage? Do you want to see Brothers? Do you want to see?
I'm actually interested in the Jennifer. I'm really interested in the Jennifer Garner one because I don't know. I just feel like I could resonate with that 5-star weekend with a woman who invites her friends from different stages of her life for a chaotic, self-reflective weekend. I mean, that's kind of like I'm sort of in that place where a lot of us have a lot of self-reflective things going on and. We definitely can go. There's a lot of different stages of life we've already all hit. So like a chaotic weekend sounds just about right.
Will there be wine involved, do you think?
What? Oh, I mean, right. It's like, what is it? Just imagine this is 13 going on 30 with wine, but with a lot more wine. But no, I probably, I'm sure there'll be wine and tears and diaries.
Decent amounts.
Slaps in the face, maybe
It'll be Kruse Control Friday, Brian.
It's gonna be all the what?
Yeah, Kruse Control Friday. We're not slapping people on Friday, GR. We're not slapping people.
Maybe not slapping. I'm not promoting physical violence. But you know what I mean. Just it's gonna have all probably the tear jerking and the like relationship like breakups and makeups and new love and all that good stuff that we reflect on in life and where we're going and where we're headed and why are we stuck and blah blah blah, right? So
could be good. GR, is that the one you're gonna be watching, GR?
Hell no.
Come on, GR. Come on.
I'm gonna read the book because I want the recipes. She's got some good recipes from what I've heard.
Which project are you excited about here?
The only one I want to see the Rage, whatever they're going to end up calling it.
You were like trash talking it.
Because the way it was described isn't historically accurate. I want to see if they keep it at least somewhat historically accurate.
Okay, I get that too. I mean, I bet they will. I mean, I hope they will. When they do something like that, I always hope they keep integrity to it, You hope. But then again, there's always these liberties. There's always a bunch of liberties. So we'll have to wait and find out about that. Tom Cruise, he's a young guy, still, you're saying?
Set in 1381 England. There were no liberties.
Yeah, that's a good point. Round of applause for that. Not many liberties there at all. Do you think that Tom Cruise ever stopped doing stunts?
Yeah. The minute he breaks his own bloody neck.
That'll be that. I hope he doesn't ever break his neck,
GR.
Don't do it. No, do not jinx Tom Cruise.
I'm not
don't
calling
do it.
him up, but I'm just telling him. Hell, he's almost my age and he's doing crazy shit. You got to think a little bit as you get to that certain age.
Kid too. What is he doing? But I
know.
Yeah,
I know. I feel like he doesn't really deal with his kids that much, though. He's like, I feel like his kids like, where's Daddy? Valerie, what do you think? Do you think that Tom Cruise is going to be slowing down anytime soon? Or do you think, like they're saying, like a tragic thing's going to happen where he won't stop until he does some serious damage to his body?
I completely agree with that. I don't think he would stop until he absolutely has to stop. He definitely seems like a person who, doesn't believe in limits of age by any means. I mean, he does really well for himself, and I think that's really cool. But yeah, I think he'll keep going until he has a completely terrible accident, which is unfortunate to think about.
I know. I hope it doesn't happen because even the studios are always worried about that. Usually they don't let actors do the kind of stunts like Tom Cruise does, but he's Tom Cruise. He's like, I don't care what you say. I'm doing my stunts. I'm guessing you're most excited about that JFK film. I'm just kidding. Maybe we had that conversation before. What do you think? What are you super excited about? Is that JFK or is there something else in there? Will Ferrell?
Well, I would absolutely watch the JFK thing. Honestly, I'm most excited about the as Angela said, the what is it, 5-star rating?
Yeah.
The 5-star weekend.
5-star weekend. Yeah.
That's
And there's a book that goes along with it, and I think it's cool. I think it would be really fun if you had get a couple of your girlfriends together, read the book, and then watch the movie together. That would be really fun.
Have you done a book club before, Val?
I've never, but I want to. I've only ever had friends pass me a book and be like, "I read this, you'll love it," that kind of a thing. But,
would you do a book club with GR if you started one?
Yeah, but I get to pick all the books.
Okay, GR, you can go for that?
GR's book club.
It's
Not
GR.
that she's picking all the books. I mean, come on, Brian. You've seen my collection of books.
This show represents kind of like a 5-star weekend, or maybe a 3-day week. We could put we're all in somewhat. I mean, not all of us, but a few of us are in different stages of our lives, right? That come on here.
Too legit to quit.
Kind of. GR's got a lot of insight, wisdom. He's been all over the place. He's got a total story. I've got a story. You've got a story, Brian. Valerie's got a story. Allie's got a story. I mean, you know what I mean? You just bring it all together for a weekend and boom, like fireworks.
Bam.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about.
Not a
I'll bring it all
dull
together on Monday night. Bring it together on Monday night. How about you, Allie? Book club? You ever done a book club before?
I've really never successfully done a book club. People get the idea, and then it just kind of dissolves. People are, but I'm not available Mondays. What about Wednesdays? Maybe weekends for me. I work on the weekend.
That's it.
You're out of time.
Brian, I
Thanks,
just
Pepe.
do it easy. I buy a book, I sit down and read it, and put it on the bookshelf.
There we go. Great quick takes, everybody. Great quick takes.
5-star weekend.
5-star weekend. All right, guys. We're gonna find out now. We're gonna find out who is our winner of hot takes, and I'm so excited to find out. We put that minute on the clock. You guys have decided. So now I'm going to end the poll. We're gonna find out who is our hot take winner for this Monday edition of Kruse Control, and I'm super excited, guys. I hope you guys are. Episode 297. We're getting end of the 200. Still crazy to me. Okay, taking a breath. Without further ado, everybody, our winner of Hot Takes for this Monday edition of Kruse Control is Miss Amelia Perez. Congratulations, Allie! Congratulations, Allie!
Thank you.
Great hot takes! Great takes across the board, buddy. Great hot takes across the board, everybody. Really, honestly, great hot takes across the board. Good to see everybody in the chat as always. Tom Cruise will never die. He says he's gonna stretch those telomeres. He's gonna be jumping off skyscrapers.
I think he is telomere stretching. I swear.
Yeah.
I think he's been in the. I think this trial was he was a part of it, or he had something to do with this. He's going to be around, I think, forever.
Yeah. Don't tell him to stop. He'll creep into your bedroom at night, and you'll wake up with him next to you, be like,
"Oh, he will." Well, then, okay, stop, Tom Cruise. I'm just kidding.
Down, girl.
Oh boy.
Not Tom Cruise.
I can see the little twinkle in your eye.
All right. Great hot takes. That'd be something, right? Don't say his name 3 times. He'll pop up in your bed in some tidy whities. And you know, dun 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 dun. Tom's here.
This is making me drool.
Damn, Peppy. Hold down. Don't be thirsty, Peppy. Don't be thirsty.
Man, I'm not your average chihuahua.
That's
I have
my
skills.
job,
Time for your Mission Impossible.
Right?
Okay, Angela, I like you. I concur.
There you go.
If you like what you're watching, don't forget to hit that like button.
Oh, thanks, GR.
Thanks, GR. Appreciate that.
That's awesome. Oh, Dave, you're out there. Thanks, man. Well, thanks, everybody. Great hot takes. Great hot takes across the board. We're not done there, though, everybody. The next chapter develops, as always. I just can't stop talking about this topic because I feel like every week there's something new happening. So why not? Can we talk about Baldani and Blake Lively? One day we'll stop talking about this. But Taylor Swift, everybody, Tay-Tay is involved with
Over
this.
the rainbow.
Blake Lively, everybody, this epic journey is going on for this crazy trial that's been developing. It's still not going down until March. But Taylor Swift now is apparently not happy with the fact that Blake Lively has referred to her as one of her dragons in messages with again, Justin Baldoni. Apparently saying that she has her back regardless. And then we talked about this before, that whole sit down, and we discussed this about Baldoni put forward about how he got there. He didn't know that Taylor Swift was going to be in that meeting, and Ryan Reynolds, and they were pushing him to change that rooftop scene. I watched the rooftop scene. I had to watch that because I keep hearing about this scene. I mean, this movie is okay, whatever, guys. But I'm like, this is a big story about this, and then I get it. It sets up like their initial meeting, but the fact that Taylor Swift was brought into this conversation like this, Taylor said she didn't really know this was happening. She was a friend asking her to come over. She got over. Apparently, she was mad about it. She was very mad about it. So much so, people are saying online, I think it was TMZ said that they made it up. They cried and they got over it. But where was Blake Lively at the Super Bowl, guys? Where was Blake Lively? Because she was not with Tay-Tay, right? She was not there. And so people are saying that she's still very upset about this. This is just what happens. Like when something gets like fishy or gets kind of like, yeah, fishy, but also like a bad situation like this, people distance until things work out. This is very friendly. This was a year ago. Very, very friendly for a long time. They have known each other for a long time. She said that she felt insulted though because of this situation and the good cry thing. I don't know if that's true. But also now, Blake Lively is being sued by Jed Wallace, a PR firm, for defamation on top of this too. Because Blake Lively came forward and said that the lawyer and the company actually navigated a whole smear campaign against her. And he was like, I didn't do this. Now, of course, he's been helping Baldoni, but he's like, I didn't do this. There's nothing here. This is artificial content. This never happened. That's what he was saying. And it's all imaginary. And he's going after her, suing her for $7 million on top of the $400 million from Baldoni. This is getting hairier and hairier. I don't know how it's going to end, guys. I feel like I still think this should go to court. If you ask me, this should go to court. Let's actually put him on the stand. Let's make it a big event. Let's have all the facts laid out, because as we see stuff slipped out online, it's like it's hard to decide what's true and what's not. Because Baldoni put out that whole thing where he broke down the whole situation. We talked about that last week. It was a lot. And it makes you wonder how you can counteract that. We got to go to court. But Blake Lively is trying to say that because the PR guy was messing with things, interrupting how people are actually looking at it and messing with the public perception of her. And so she's mad about that and trying to get him to cease to desist from talking about it. And Taylor's apparently distancing herself. I mean, I think that, if you're Taylor Swift, she got booed at the Super Bowl and everybody was like, oh my gosh, she got booed. And that was crazy. But I mean, are you getting booed because of this? Are you getting booed because of something else? We can get into that too. But Taylor Swift, I think you have to kind of put some distance here if you were me. Valerie, what do you think? Do you think they're mad at each other still? And do you think that Taylor Swift would put distance because of her career? Because she is like this big, big pop star everyone's talking about. Gen Z loves her, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. I believe that she would want to definitely put distance between them. I mean, it's people, for as many people there are that love Taylor Swift, there is just as many people that hate her for whatever reason. And I'm not like her number one fan, but I don't hate her. Like, people just hate her for no reason. Like, she gets put on the Jumbotron at the football games and people are like, I hate her. Oh my God, she takes away from the football. Oh my God. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's literally not that big of a deal. It's like getting the NFL ratings, whatever. But for somebody that's so heavily criticized, I don't blame her for not wanting to be with somebody who's very controversial right now and who seems to have also kind of put her in a really not great situation for being one of her good friends. I don't blame her at all.
Are you shocked that she wasn't there? Because there was that whole thing being like, oh, they made up, and then she's not there at the Super Bowl. And that's a thing they've done the past couple Super Bowls too. Supporting Travis Kelce, supporting the Kansas City Chiefs. I know they kind of got smoked, by the way. I'll just say that. What do you do? What do you do?
Not kind of, Brian. Totally smoked.
Totally smoked.
Yeah,
Smoke
it's hard not to bring
right,
it up on the following Monday of the Super Bowl. That was pretty terrible.
Yeah. I just like, what do you do?
I mean, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Valerie, do you think there's any coming back? You think that the friendship maybe could be manipulated just for right now?
Yeah, I mean, if they genuinely are friends, I'm sure that they will, all of this was probably just from a PR standpoint, like, hey, it's kind of kind of best if I don't invite you right now while you're in the middle of like this huge thing, and I just want to, I'll just bring ice spice. It's fine. And if they're really friends, then, and they're mature enough to navigate that, yeah, they'll be fine. But, hopefully they'll be fine. Whatever. Then they can be at like the next, whatever, 12 Super Bowls together. Who cares?
Right. And they can just there'd be more happy-go-lucky pictures. Like I know I put up earlier. They've been friends for a long time. They really have.
Definitely.
Ellie, I saw that whole thing you're like about her being booed. All right. You say you don't think it's related to
Of course
Lively.
she got booed. Of course she got booed. She's, another pop artist who's there. Like, football fans are deeply superstitious. So, like, he's losing and his girlfriend, his distraction is there. Like, he lost that bad and his distraction is there. Like, of course she got booed. Also, we're assuming a lot to think that, like, she maybe disinvited Blake Lively. Like, maybe with everything going on, Blake doesn't want to go be in front of everybody where she might get booed.
That's a good point.
That's
Mike,
a good point.
Maybe she doesn't want to be out there right now because she's tired, because she's, like, heavily more in the spotlight than she usually is. She's being much more speculated than usual. Like, they did some of the things that I heard intimated that, like, it was almost like, well, Taylor Swift was part of the intimidating factor, right? Like, it wasn't just you're dealing with Blake Lively, you're dealing with her and basically her mafia behind her, including Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. So she did get brought into the whole thing. But, like, yeah, if they're really friends, they can squash that on their own. Like, we won't know if they're really have suffered for it, until for a while from now. But we're not going to know anything until, yes, a trial. Like, that's what's going to matter on all of that.
Do you want to see that go to court, Allie? Because it's been building up. Everyone, I feel like the news media is just like having like a field day with this too. It keeps popping up every day. Almost there's like a minor, kind of like Diddy's been getting that a lot too. But they've kind of like reverted over here now because Ye's talking about anti-Semitism.
What a
weird time.
Weird, but like we know he's also mentally ill. Like,
yeah.
So
what do you do?
But like, honestly, I would be much more interested to hear more about the Diddy stuff because that's because of the circumstance. Like, somebody's like, "Oh, nobody's following this thing." That's not true. A lot of people are following this thing. However, what the consequences of them will be vastly different. With the Blake Lively thing versus Baldoni, it'll probably impact us as people who are on set a little more often because artists work together and things get weird and people act in a way that's not always professional, even though maybe they should be more professional because they're being artists together and it's weird. Better that it goes to trial, that gets dealt with, but like, it's more their problem than anyone else's. They've just made it really public versus the Diddy thing where there are a lot of victims. There are more and more people that they're like, so it really looks like he had these people. Yeah. And like, including my understand the news I saw today on that was like, oh, he may get brought up on some charges for Aaron Carter.
Oh,
those might be added.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
Because he kept saying he wasn't gonna off himself if you guys find me and it looks like I offed myself. It was Diddy.
I mean, it makes you wonder because I think Aaron Carter was kind of in that world quite a bit, right?
He was
quite a bit.
He was very much so. The problem is he was like super drugged up and acting super. So people were just like, so he's being nuts. And also, nobody suspected Diddy of this yet, unless you're basically 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's screaming to the heavens, right? He's like,
he's been putting these receipts together for a decade. Like before they even were ready to out him, like 50 Cent had been making this documentary, was ready to sell. But
jump on it.
but most people, like more generally, if you hadn't been invited to these parties or whatever, you didn't know. So I'm more interested in that because like there's more of a distribution of victims and it's more like lethal circumstances. and life-changing circumstances than this, which is mostly them
trauma.
Peeing on each other. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, really, Peppy knows all about that,
Sony and Paramount, make a deal. Sony seems...
What? Okay, Peppy. Okay, I got there's Peppy for you. He's fired up about something. I don't know.
Complain.
Yeah, there we go. But I agree with you, because honestly, they are it is kind of a piss fight. You know what I mean? Back and forth. He says, she says, yada yada yada, and that's all it's gonna be until we actually get to the court and get all the actual evidence. I hope we go to trial. I really hope we go to trial. The Diddy thing is crazy. It's crazy. Like Angela, we know we've been talking about this for a while. The Diddy stuff, it just keeps popping up and popping up and popping up. Beldani's, is this a distraction, Angela? The Beldani thing from the Diddy stuff? Do you think is it a warranted and a good distraction?
Well, it sounds like it's beyond a distraction at this point, right? I mean, this is like people's like careers, reputations are on the line. I mean, these are big names. He's not, but he's become a big name now. Everybody knows who he is, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to do Pac-Man. He's supposed to do all these different movies he was lining up for. He had another book he was supposed to do.
And I mean, who's to say? Maybe something, whatever. Maybe bigger and better things are to come, right? Because things always shift. But with the whole thing with her is, I think that these distancing reasons are, for one, I think it's obviously PR damage control for sure. She's Taylor Swift's protecting her image, so her team's gone after that. I mean, she has at this point she's at the peak of her career. So, with this whole Eras tour and upcoming album. I think it's the Tortured Poets Department. She's got multiple. She has multiple major business ventures happening, and then the Eras Tour film, and a rumored new album coming up. So she's got that going on, and then with her brand being so carefully managed, she doesn't need to be in a messy legal scandal. I mean, that's what her team's doing. So, I mean, I know that. So especially involving with allegations of defamation, anyone, Swift or anyone else, I mean, you want to kind of make sure that you're putting yourself, behind the scenes of those power plays, because that's potentially tainting of your narrative, of her narrative or whoever's narrative. So that's why she's probably not there. And I mean, it matters in the sense of Swift is...
I agree, Emma.
I mean, she's been burned before by Kanye, by Kim, by Scooter Braun. So she's learned preemptively to distance herself, from controversies that just don't serve her. And, Lively is probably, maybe taking a hit because, I mean, she was America's witty sweetheart, right? So if she's perceived as an aggressor in the lawsuit at this point for damaging if damaging details start emerging, then the public sentiment can shift on her, and it already, I think, it is shifting with all the everything that's come out about her and the way she responds and acts to reporters and other people and her former castmate, all that, and the text messages that have come out so far, that if people have looked into this case at all. Her friend is distancing herself from that. And, I mean, obviously, again, when their reputation takes a turn, like hers, Lively's is, I mean, they're going to, she's going to have to just, take a step back. So she probably just wants to cut ties, I think, before it affects her standing. And I mean, it's more or less a business situation because there's so much money on the line, and there's money on the line for a lot of people. It's not just about her. And we talk about this a lot, you guys, right? In the industry, it's not the one, it's the many. So that's what you have to think about. That's what I have to think about when I work with clients or anyone that I work with. It's not about the one, it's about everybody else that's around you. Right. So she doesn't want to have to pick a side because, I mean, especially if Ryan Reynolds isn't involved, I think he kind of is involved with this, but I think she's so close to both of them that, it's staying neutral is probably where Swift is, feeling it's best to kind of also keep herself out of this in a way, because that could create a divide in her own household, and Lively's lawsuit could create a divide in her household with Ryan.
That's true.
If he doesn't back her, publicly, which he has in some ways backed her, but I think his team's also been like trying to get him to sort of.
Well, he's part of the lawsuit now too, which is a whole
he's part
thing,
of the lawsuit, but they're trying to. I don't know. I think they're trying to shift some of this.
And the nice pool thing is crazy too. I still think the nice pool thing is definitely a knock on Baldani.
But she's been insanely loyal to both of them. I mean, they've worked together. They share their work together, right? And like Lively's sang songs with them. And there's so much intertwining of them. I mean, I'm certain they're friends. They're keeping this business though, where it's like she's probably like, "Hey, girl, I gotta go over here because I can't get involved with your mess here of whatever is going on. You got to deal with this. Your people got to deal with it. I can't be brought into it. So if you care about me at all, then you'll respect that at the end of the day." But I mean, I got nothing against Taylor Swift. I got nothing for. I just don't like. I mean, I do like some of her music. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I think I'm a little swifted out sometimes.
Well, I agree though. She is a brand. She's a brand, and you have to watch your brand image.
She's worth billions of dollars. I mean, she's killing it. I will say that. Yeah. I mean, that she knows. I mean, she's an amazing. Like, she can put a song together like no other. I mean, watching her work. I mean, she's brilliant on that respect. She is. I mean, I don't know her personally, but she does what she does. She does it well. I will say that. Yeah.
She keeps going. I agree with you.
And people love her. I mean, a lot of people really like her, and I know a lot of people don't like her. So it's like it's a mixed bag. Yeah. I know people that just can't stand her and think she's
Gen Z.
She's not really.
Gen Z loves her.
What she stands for doesn't work. Gen Z's love her. Yeah.
They love her as much as Limp Bizkit or more than Limp Bizkit. What do you think, Val?
Oh, Gen Z. Listen. Limp Bizkit is niche Gen Z, but Taylor Swift is like all Gen Z.
Does anyone know Limp Bizkit from
yes.
Gen Z?
They're spiking all the record deals and everything. It's going crazy.
Like the ones we listened to in the 90s?
Yep, they're rolling in the money again. Rolling. Santa Durst is doing great.
I crazy. I went to their shows.
No, seriously, like Fred Durst is out here pushing crowds like it's like Woodstock 99. He really is.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
He's got the hot dog flavored water.
I went to that. That is freaking hilarious.
You went to Woodstock 99?
In Rome, New York.
Mm-hmm. You went to wait.
Yeah, we won't get into too many details
original
here.
Woodstock.
Yeah, I was very young, but yes. But I was, I mean, I went like at the time, I had Jesse Ventura was the governor here, and my friend was dating. At the time, my best friend was dating his son, and God, we went to like a concert. It was Limp Bizkit's and then we ended up going back. They asked us to come backstage. Some people. I actually went with a different friend, and then my friend was there, Tyrell, and then my friend CJ was there together, and so we all ended up finding each other in the back. And they asked if we wanted to go backstage, and we were hanging with like Fred, and then I met John Otto. Was the I think one of the bass guys and the drum. It was Wes, and then sorry, I'm trying to get this straight. It was a long time ago. John was the drummer, so we ended up hanging out with John and all these guys, and just became friends. This gal from Minnesota, Jenny, ended up having a baby with him. It was like this whole thing. Now she's married to that London guy. She has a kid with Fred Durst, but she's married to Max Beasley. You know Max Beasley, the actor?
I know. Oh yeah, from he was New Girl, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think So Kelly is now married to him, but she has a kid with Fred Durst. Anyways, it's a very long Minnesota story, but that's how it all sort of panned out. We all became friends, and we hung out and went to shows, and it was a blast. So yeah.
But that was the second Woodstock, right?
That was that was the 1999 in Rome.
I went to the one in '69.
Yeah, that was definitely not around then. Like, you were the real one. This is not. I mean, this was like the Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, like
the Kid Rock Woodstock.
It was like the Kid Rock. It's not even like a Woodstock. It was
his name should be Adult Country now. That's what his name should be. Come on, he's got to adapt.
Yeah, it wasn't really a Woodstock. It was like I don't know what they were wanting to make it, but anyway, yeah.
GR, what do you think about this fast? Because we got to move on soon. The Belladonna Taylor Swift thing in the middle of this whole crazy drama. Is Tay-Tay distancing herself or just a PR move and they're probably behind the scenes still hugging and then being friends?
Poor old Tay-Tay's covering her ass, and I don't blame her one bit. Zeldani's a stupid bitch who is on set, and she is in real life. And her husband just covering for her because he has to.
Are you talking about Lively? Lively.
Well, whatever her bloody name is,
PR doesn't care. He's like, whatever.
I'm sorry. I mean, that in that family, for the way he acts, she wears the pants in the family. My wife pulled that shit. I'd be saying,
I hear he's the one who's a little controlling with his women. So.
Yeah, that's been the story.
Yeah. He's. I mean, Scarlett Johansson talks about it pretty candidly, actually.
Shut her up.
Allegedly,
if he's so controlling, I'd shut her up.
I think it's too late. I think they're kind of cut of the same cloth, but she's not as good at the manipulation.
You could be right. You could well be right.
Yeah. I mean, how else do you work together? Their power team like that. They kind of, it's like, I remember for years people are always like, I've heard multiple times, how can Ryan Reynolds be with her? You know what I mean? Like, because you hear the stories about Gossip Girl, like we said the other week, where the people are coming forward saying she's farting on set and being like, smell my farts, you should love this. Like that, you know what I mean? Like the kind of stories like that coming out. I don't know. People said that
Birds of a feather flock together, maybe.
Who knows? But I would say this, though. At the end of the day, I think this has gotten way out of control. I think it's crazy, but I wonder if it will, like Ali said, if it will change things on set at all anymore. Because the intimacy coordinator thing was crazy. They were saying that they weren't there when they should have been there. And then his side saying, well, just a kiss scene. We didn't need to have an intimacy coordinator. So that's a whole new area because now they've joined SAG. And now there's a whole idea of how can we make this work with them in our union? Do we have the money for it? There's a lot of problems with them joining SAG. It's a good thing for them, but is it great for the union? I don't know. And we'll have to see where that moves forward on set. And if it becomes like a mandatory staple all the time, it's going to cost a lot more money and it might affect down the whole line for everybody. It might. We'll have to see. It is a lot.
To what they were saying though, like we don't, that is why the trial needs to happen, right? To really assess like who did what wrong, because like it sounds like, again, my perspective is, it seems like neither of them acted appropriately. They were both talking to each other like in the middle of the night, talking to each other probably kind of inappropriately. It super sounds like she tried to hostile take over the movie that he made happen. Like, this wasn't just a movie he was acting in. He optioned this book. He got this to happen and then got her hired. So that's his bad, that part. But it sounds like she hostile took over his set and now she's trying to make sure it's really her possession.
I think it sounds quite similar to that. It's my sentiments are pretty much there too. I think it was like, oh, well, we're the power couple here. We're going to kind of just... casually like move in for the kill here, and we're going to get the guy in the jugular and go for it.
But there was like inappropriate. Those text messages were like really close, and you read them, and it's like it doesn't seem like it's like we had a conversation about last week. It's like not to put it out there, but what did something happen behind closed doors maybe, and that caused all this problems?
Like me calling you, Brian, or being like, "Hey, Brian." It's Amber. It's 2 in the morning, and I just wanted to know if you want to.
That was a couple of nights ago, wasn't it?
Oh, oh my God! No, but you know what I'm talking about? Like, if you're married and your husband, you're like. Hey.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. You said that.
What are you guys? Blake, Brian. What are you doing right now? Like, it's like whispering. It's just like, come on, dude.
Who are you on the phone with? I can hear Ryan's like, who are you on the phone with? Who are you on the phone with?
It wasn't like, hey, guys, it's like, hey, this is Belladonna. It's 2 in the morning. Blake, I need you to get up. Like, we have a disaster on set. Like, shit's burning. Call me. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, just kind of weird. It was just weird.
It was like,
I like the quiet voice better. It works better.
Like,
we'll see where this goes, everybody. We'll see where it goes.
I don't know.
The plot thickens, Angela. The plot thickens, and we'll find out.
Is literally gelatinous at this point. Like,
I hope it goes to court. I hope it goes to court.
It will. Somebody's going to have to get paid for this.
A judge is going to end up being like, you, and you. Get the F out of here.
Yeah. And it sounds like Netflix said that to their lead from, of course, Amelia Perez. Can we talk about that in our feature story of the night? Everybody, this just seems like I was waiting on this because I didn't want to delve in this too soon, but we're at that point now. We had to talk about it. So, if you guys know Carla Sofia Garcon, she's been nominated for Best Actor. There's been all this stuff that's been happening. Of course, they've got all these Oscar nods for Amelia Perez over on Netflix. If you haven't seen it yet, Netflix was putting all this stock into this project. This is a big thing, and they were really pushing for it. Nominations, and then all the old tweets came out. And this is what happens sometimes, and I feel like I was telling GR about this. If you guys haven't heard anything about this, now, Gascon, of course, is a lead in this. Very big part of this, the big push for the project being the very first transgender nomination for Best Actor. You know, it's a big thing. Best Actress, of course. And it's like a big project here. Netflix spent a lot of money. They've been pushing. They put billboards of her face everywhere. And they were super excited. Everyone's saying this is her year. This movie is going to be fantastic for Netflix. Big nominations. And then those tweets came out. And the tweets really are from years ago. This thing has 13 Oscar nods, by the way. 13. From years ago, though, where she was calling out, again, about what was happening at the Oscars before, about ethnicities being that there's different people getting the nominations that shouldn't be. We've heard that. A lot of people have complained about that over the years. I don't think that's as bad. Of course, there's the George Floyd stuff she was saying about George Floyd being a murderer and a druggie. And, that's made a lot of people go crazy about it. But there's also, there's also that GR. But there's also on top of that too, when she was talking about 9/11 and talking about how there were a bunch of Muslim people cheering on the towers falling down, which again, this was happening at a time where, it was before she said she was a different person and all that. And she said that the biggest thing is that she felt like that Twitter at the time, now it's X, was her diary. It was her diary, and she could write whatever she wanted, and it wouldn't be a big problem. And I said this. So there's a lot of things. We had this conversation a little bit earlier about this. The director totally distanced himself from her. Totally, we're done. Netflix will only talk through her agent now. They won't speak to her directly because she started attacking these people online. Carla Sofia Gascon. If you haven't seen, Amelia Perez is blowing up right now. Again, 13 Oscar nods right now. I know I didn't hear about this movie at first. When it got on my radar, I was like, okay, Selena Gomez is in it too. And Selena Gomez came forward and said it's unfortunate about this whole thing, but she still wouldn't have stopped making this movie. She said she'd make it again if she could. But the thing is about this, what it comes down to, and I was telling GR about this earlier, when this kind of drama happens, the biggest thing you could do, especially as an actor, is take a second, talk to your PR people, talk to Netflix, and be like, how do we handle this? And, apologize, studio, whatever you gotta do, talk to the studio. There's different things you gotta do. Now, she just started blasting people, which, again, I get it. I could be like that too, you want to defend yourself. But I think that broke the chain of command, and a lot of people at Netflix were mad about it, and now they're taking her off all the billboards. Everyone's saying that her career is done. Also, on top of that, they're taking her away. She's apparently not going to show up to any of the award shows now because of this. And there's actors that are standing up for her, and there's a lot of people who are just distancing themselves against because they don't want to be brought into this whole different world. And of course, tweets were leading. Selena Gomez is in it. Yes, Selena Gomez is in it. And I watched part of the movie. It's good. It's all right. I wasn't super excited about it, but I do know a lot of people have been thrilled about it, and it's done really great. But when you're an actor, this comes down to that conversation we were just having about your words sometimes, and studios and the business and how the business can respond to certain things and how it becomes a distancing thing because you're worried about backlash. We've been in that world for a long time in Hollywood. We just have. It's unfortunate, but it's what it is. Your words can kill your career. It's happened to a lot of people. And for her, I don't know if her career's done, but I do know it's going to take a second. And I feel like this will blow up and it will dust over eventually. But I think when it comes to the Oscar season, there was so much into this, GR, because again, it was the idea of how this was like so many different people from all walks of life in this movie, and also like the performances are phenomenal. They thought this was going to be a big deal at Netflix. Spent a lot of money, a lot of time on it, and I think the chain of command was broken, and that's why they got mad. But then again, people are very sensitive about some of these topics. They just are. It's a tough conversation sometimes. I think she should have talked to Netflix first. You got a PR person, talk to your PR person. Hold off from tweeting. I mean, I get it. It's easy to do. Or Xing, whatever you call it, slapping the bass on the keyboard, whatever you call it these days. I don't know. But take a breath. Take a minute before you delve in, because your words can kill your critic. It's happening to her right now. Angela, what do you think? Can she come back from this? And can she win Best Actress still?
Well, I mean, it's always interesting knowing that she's already, this person's a trans person, right? And
yes,
also has made these like tweets or whatever. And I mean, I think again, it's always, when you're in this industry to some extent, I mean, certain people I feel like can be vocal, right? But it's also, it puts you in a tough spot if you're an actor or whatever, unless you're like some super high power. Even if you're like super high powerful, like Mel Gibson, look at what happened with him, and he got really religious and started talking, and I actually,
crazy shit,
a lot of things about Mel Gibson I think are really great, right? But that's but besides the point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's about like, at the end of the day, it does start to affect their career, because it's sort of like zip your lip and only like be a creative and do what you're supposed to do there. But like, don't really have I guess they're trying to say like, don't have a stance, don't say what you want to. I have a mixed feeling about that whole thing. I mean, there's, I guess you have to start putting, it's like, do we not inject our personal beliefs, or do we just start doing what's best for like business type stuff? You kind of have to look at it. I guess there's a couple different things going on there. And it's not easy for everybody, because a lot of people want to mix their personal beliefs with this type of situation, and, with what's going on with this actress, what have you. And I mean, it's tough. I don't think that, I think that when this happens, companies want to distance themselves. I mean, and especially the fact that this person identifies as being a trans person, they're kind of even being like, rejected by their own community. That's not good, right? So if you're going to be in a community, you want to have that community around you. But this isn't anything new. I mean, there are trans people that have gone out there talking about how this is like something they wish they never did. And that's a whole nother thing. And they go on and talk about how like, whatever. So I don't know. There's a lot of nuances here with that stuff that I won't really delve into on here. But in terms of how this is going to like, I don't know. I mean, you really got to be careful what the heck you put on Twitter. I mean, I think everyone's kind of like looking at this from, just from the past. And it's like, it's shit you put online or in any way, anything we do here, wherever, comes back to get you. It comes back to bite you. Nothing really is ever really deleted. If somebody wants to come find it, they're going to go find it and they're going to get it. So I don't know what's going to happen for this individual. But, I will say that there's a lot of people out there that, also have their similar belief systems. So, I mean, maybe they'll advocate for this person. I don't know. I mean, I can't say that everything that she's tweeted isn't correct necessarily about certain. I mean, in terms of like some of the stuff, like I can't say that. I mean, I think it's more about what is acceptable in public opinion. But I can't, there's just a lot of different things going around. But when you're I think one of the biggest things is that when you're in an election year and like Oscar time is coming, I mean, this is not. They don't like stuff like this. This is not an acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like Netflix too is just freaking out about it because, again, I think it's also the money they put into. They put a lot of money into like the billboards and the DVDs and pushing it, And it's like, but I also say this, like, where were they at? Where were their team, like even like looking into this at all? If they were gonna have a problem with her, you know what I mean? Like there was no team looking into this stuff, like you put that time.
Well,
They do, but some of those they dismiss them.
Yeah,
They
you
go,
think that's what this
they
was,
do,
Ellie?
yeah. I
Did
mean,
they
I
just
work with
dismiss it?
Netflix.
Like,
I've
it'll be
worked with
fine.
Netflix, and yeah, they don't. I mean, it's like they. I mean, not that it's, but unlike other studios, I mean, immediate respond to backlash is like they've remained quiet because, and I don't always think that's a good thing because remaining quiet also says something. That's
Oh yeah,
being
it does.
quiet
100%.
says a position, right?
Yeah.
Being one that works in that space, I mean, it says something if you say nothing at all. But there's a lot of different tactics that you can try and go with, but surprisingly enough, I thought they may say something, but yeah, it does touch upon a bunch of different areas that Netflix obviously makes money in. So it's going to be.
Can she still win Best Actress? What do you think? Can she still win?
I don't know. I don't think so. And I mean,
I don't think it'll happen.
And I mean, I'll be honest. I think there's a lot of people that have a very there's also a lot of mixed feelings now in our climate about the transgender issue and having people in the female bracket that are trans, right? There's just like in sports, there's the same thing with this type of stuff where it's like, is this the appropriate area? That stuff's talked about a lot too.
It's been a big thing lately, but it's just like it's just a crazy thing.
It becomes like it's fair to other people.
I don't think the fact that she's transgender has anything to do with what she did. She took her mouth, opened it, and put both feet in it. And her career, Brian, and the question you asked earlier, her career has one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. Bitch is done.
I think the only place it's relevant, the only place it seems relevant is if it would save her.
Yeah.
Would her status mean that maybe people are a little more forgiving of what's widely being accepted as racist comments? The Oscars are too political. She's unknown, then she's in an Oscar contender, and so the first thing people find out about her is she's in an Oscar contender, and all we know is that she's a racist. Is the way to look at it. So being so political, it seems like that probably screwed the odds of
all eyes are on you at that point too, especially in the situation when you're nominated for for the top billing like that. All eyes, and 13 nominations, one of the biggest ones ever for Netflix. I know people said they never heard about it in the chat, but this is the one thing I didn't hear about this at first too. But everyone's raving about this movie. 13 noms.
By the way, this is something that's it's got different reasons for being controversial in the Spanish market, because they hired several people who are not native speakers, who are not native Mexican speakers, even if you're talking about Selena Gomez and Zoe Saldana. Selena Gomez is like me, she's a Texican, she doesn't speak the best Spanish. So that's one of those things that there was heavy criticism for that, but the American market doesn't notice. So yeah, this kind of it seems like it came out of nowhere, and then people paid attention once the awards happened, probably because Netflix vied so hard for those awards and knew what boxes to check. But for movie watchers, it seems like a surprise. It seems like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it does. A lot of people are saying that too. But I in the chat too, yes, Best Actress she's nominated for. That's why this was such a big deal right now. They were really pushing it. And the rest of the cast too were really pushing it. And again, you're saying the controversy. They want first.
They want first. That's the thing that guys, remember, Oscars are super political. Don't get me wrong. Not that I have not watched this movie. I kind of don't really want to, based on a lot of those things going on. But I maybe because I want to see this performance, see if it earned that. This person may do an excellent job acting, and so if they were qualified on their own, fantastic. But in recent years, the Oscars, ever since the Oscars So White problem, which by the way, they had a lot of Hispanics nominated that year also, which was ignored largely, they've been trying to do a lot of firsts. They've been trying to make sure that their nominations are extra inclusive. And now some of these things are getting highlighted, and it's unfortunate because then you wonder, does this person deserve to be nominated, or were they checking a box?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. What do you think, Val? Are they checking a box, or do you think? Did you see the movie Amelia Perez? I know everyone's talking about it. I mean, some people haven't heard though.
I have not seen it. The closest I've gotten to seeing it was I I watched a clip from Trixie and Katya's podcast, The Bald and the Beautiful, where they were talking about they both watched it and they were like, as two people who are both in the gay community and drag queens, they were like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. So I can't say how it is.
Well, no, I can't go see it because I couldn't argue with that.
They were referencing specifically like that there was I don't know, some type of like a musical, like a really upbeat musical number, just like in the middle, like someplace where it didn't fit or it didn't.
Oh, we're watching the Joker too, are we?
I think it's very much like that. But yeah, no, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, I wish that there could be like just in general more trans people that are just getting roles as people and not it being so focused on the fact that they're trans people and then them getting recognized for that work. But I know that that's the point of this movie, and even if it's not the best movie, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I think that this is definitely gonna in some ways hurt her chances at getting Best Actress.
Do you agree with GR that she's got that foot in the banana peel and she's done? Valerie?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, some of the things that she said, I'm like, yeah, that's not a good look. Not a good look at all.
Yeah.
Tough.
I think it just comes down like what we were saying too. It's like in this situation, everything seems like it's going right. Things are ignored, but you're in this spot, and I think that if you do stuff like this and you say things like people are looking at politics are crazy at the Oscars, like Ali was saying, politics are nuts, and they always say every year they're making it better, but do they really? Like, who is the Academy? Who are these people? They're like faceless, shadowy people out there that are nominating and taking care of this. Like, who are they? Please step forward out of the shadows and show your faces. I want to see who these people are.
Everybody does, Brian. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, they've got somebody's like, oh, let's just concentrate on making good movies. I'm sure they tried to. I'm sure they thought they were putting their best foot forward, right? Like they tried to do this thing and be inclusive and tell a story that was a little bit different, and like it didn't catch everyone's attention, but they got a certain amount of attention. But then they did other things, like I said, like they didn't get native Spanish speakers. There was people who went through several rounds of auditions doing acting, dancing, singing. Guess what? People like, this is stuff that I heard secondhand from people who auditioned for the movie. Selena Gomez wasn't in those auditions. They picked somebody who was a little more famous, who can't speak as good of Spanish, because they thought they'd get some more eyes on it. Same
that's what they do, though.
I think. And that's part of what they do, and it's a shame because I think in some of those instances, like that's not this character, but in some of those instances they like tried to pad the whole thing a little bit, and all in all, maybe they didn't make the best movie they could, or maybe this is as good as it possibly could have been.
Yep. And that's all you can ask for sometimes, is the best we can make it. Put it out there and hope. And I think Netflix just had a lot of stock in this. They really thought this is the bee's knees. And I hope that everybody that actually like
money.
I do think that it's about checking boxes. The Oscars are political. There is much about it's like Oscar campaigns are as much about PR as they are about talent. So a controversy like this can derail an entire campaign, right? So, I think that a streaming giant like Netflix doesn't want to risk its, standing by backing a controversial figure in an election year, Oscar race. So they're just not going to do that. Wouldn't happen. But yeah, I do think that this checks boxes for diversity, all the other things, obviously, that they want to do. So, I don't know. Is it about talent sometimes? When I see some of these films and people, I don't care where they're from or what their background, it's like some are like, I don't know. It's not, to me, it's nothing.
Performance matters. That's what I always say. Performance.
Right, it doesn't always seem to be that way anymore. It seems like it's just like we're checking boxes. I mean, sure, some of them, yes, I will say, but a lot of times I've seen a lot of just like like performances that I've seen better. And, it's subjective to people, but it is, to me, it's like checking boxes. So,
I mean, it's funny. It's like even like in the smaller background world, if you see some of their breakdowns, they'll have every ethnicity kind of broken down and numbers next to how many they have to have for that day to check literally all the boxes, which is kind of a thing that happens. But like, then again, in those situations, it should be based off of like where you're at, what location, you know what I mean? Make sure that we have it based off of what our actual plot is. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. Then you have to make sure that you fit a certain world for that. I just think this sucks. This was like a big opportunity, and it still is. It's still a big movie. People are still talking about. I think it's going to win some Oscars. I just think that it sucks because it was one of those things people were like raving about, like, oh, we actually have a talent that came forward that is showcasing this, that is like drawing attention to this world and showcasing that, look how great she is, And now because of, again, your words and putting your foot in your mouth, that banana peel, like GR says, that kind of goes to the wayside, and I hope that it doesn't. That's the politics of it. GR.
It seems like a lot of people have been putting their foot in their mouths for a long time.
Oh, always.
This isn't the
Who
first
comes
time.
back?
I mean,
who comes back first? Her or Will Smith? Who does the Oscars bring back first? Her or Will Smith? Who gets it?
Will Smith.
You think Will Smith? He's got like 5 years banned or something like that.
Will Smith has talent.
There's people in the comments talking about the Mexican film industry. It is not the same as up here. I have met people who are stars in Mexico and still can't break in up here. And also, there's still a representation problem because they tend to, like, the American market expects Mexican to be really brown. Very. Yeah, just very brown. It's not inclusive necessarily of the whole spectrum of what is Mexican. And then, like in Mexico, they go very light. They go very European ancestry for the people that they make really famous for the most part.
Like me. So they don't
very representing. Like, I mean,
but what you're saying, Allie, is so true. I spent a summer
I hit
down
like
in
the
Mexico
Spanish side of it. Like other people might hit there's so many different versions of what it is. Like,
but I was lost in Mexico City once, and I looked up and I saw a blonde woman standing across the street, and I thought, aha, I'll go ask her. And I walked up and asked her, and she turned around and was talking 100 miles an hour that I got like every 14th word. But I was 17. I didn't 16. I didn't know the Castilians were actually still here.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Ebbie. but what you said, Allie, is so true. I mean,
tell me more.
What Hollywood depicts is like the Mexican person, the Spanish. You know what I mean? Like it's
they're like, oh, like the person who's generally what you think of as like a laborer, basically.
Right. Yeah.
And then the polar opposite over there. But again, like I'll say this again for the people in the back. I've gone to like acting classes and met quite a few people who try to come up from Mexico who have real credits in Mexico, who to Mexicans are famous and they can't break in over here. Not because of a lack of talent, like, maybe they just don't know the ropes. I don't know. But like they would rather be working here and they would get paid better here.
Oh, yeah. And get into the union and start getting union wages and start making that kind of money and getting royalties as long as they last, because those are disappearing more and more, and make that money.
And we kind of just see this same, I mean, it's just, remember, it's like when they, it's like when Hollywood takes a gamble on someone, they kind of, and they break in, right? Like, let's say, like Ana de Armas, right? Or something, like when she came in, it was sort of like, okay, we made her come, she's got this like look, we're gonna make her and just mold her and get this, get her, just blow her up, and then they kind of stick around for a while, right? Like the Nicole Kidmans, which yes, she's a great actress, whatever, but there's a million people. I wouldn't say million. There's a lot of talented people out there that could fill her shoes, like absolutely, like there are, like Allie's saying, there's people in Mexico, there's amazing actors that just, you can't, the crossover is extremely hard. I mean, it's even hard here when you know people and you have talent and you have stuff. I mean, firsthand, I've had deals on the table that got screwed because of just, the fact that someone's attorney came in and said, nope, you're not going to get rid of this person, because even if the directors and the producers wanted that person off of the show, they didn't get off the show because there had been legal issues. So then I was out of a gig, and it sucks. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that come into play, right? And it's just, it's not easy.
Well, we love the business. But it sucks sometimes.
It really sucks. Yeah. That's why, you see people that are like, this guy that I'm like that is a Facebook friend and stuff, like he's in New York and he's an actor and he's been doing this since 19, and he just got the biggest commercial role with Ryan Reynolds with his production commercial with new
that commercial that just came out, right?
The commercial that was just out with him, he's like wearing a racing suit, and he's it was not Mint Mobile, but his Maximum Effort. And so he got that commercial, and it changed everything for him. And I mean, he's been in the industry acting for like ever, right? And this was first commercial from 20 years old to 46. Like that's how long it can take even longer for people, if ever. So
look at Morgan Freeman. He was like 50 when he first made it. Morgan Freeman was trying for like 20 or 30 years, and then finally he made it. It can happen.
Like my cousin. She was in Batman films. She was in King of Queens. She was older though. She in Family Man. She was in the movie Family Man. Is the mother. I mean, she's been in a bunch of different, 90210. Like she was in a bunch of stuff. But she was in things throughout her career, but more prominently in her later years before she passed. She was in a bunch of stuff. So. You don't know when you're calling or when it can happen.
Well, sometimes they need old people like us. Yeah.
And when they call GR, you better answer that phone.
Yeah.
You better answer that phone.
Right.
Maybe I'll answer both of them. Hello.
Well, I just don't know about her coming back. I think this is like a big scar on her career right now. It's unfortunate. It's just because the Oscars are what they are. She's stepping away from everything. She said she won't go to the award shows. If she wins, she won't be there for it. But I think there is a chance she could win some before this happened. But I don't know. We'll see. Because when people vote, they vote. That's it, right? Or they change things. I don't know. I feel like the Oscars kind of off the books for her. I think it's not going to happen. I don't know.
It's not.
Yeah, we'll see.
I probably think it's a no.
I'd be very surprised.
Valerie, are people going to still watch this movie?
If they've heard the things I've heard, probably not. I will say really quick though, I've also seen a lot of people that were especially upset that this movie specifically got so many Oscar nominations and Challengers didn't. I don't know if any of you watched Challenger. But
I didn't see. I heard good things about it. Zendaya, right?
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it. It was, good movie.
Looks like Zendaya is getting like a little freaky, and Tom Holland's probably not happy about that.
Gosh.
He's like, hey, he put a ring on her after that. He's like, I'm marrying you. We're done.
Ryan, where she gets freaky might see how Tom feels about it.
That's very true. That's very true.
This is like the nail in the coffin of like him proposing. He was like, okay, it's time. It's time.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm getting in there. We're over this. We're done with this. But we'll see what happens with Amelia Perez, guys. The whole movie moving forward, 13 nominations. Oscars are coming up before you know it, and only time will tell if they get those wins. Still, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's changed the whole dynamic of the whole scene for the Oscars, and I can't wait to see who actually wins and how it goes down the day. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to actually mold things a little bit. I just think it sucks that this kind of happens like this, and I think that a lot of people were excited about it, and it just kind of sucks that people suck, guys. That's what it is. People suck, and the business sucks sometimes, but we just got to navigate it and keep going and keep pushing and take one experience, even if it's negative or positive, use that fuel and move forward. That's all we can do.
People of all walks of life are capable of sucking.
It's true.
Very
it's
true.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Hey,
thank you for being here on Kruse Control.
Doesn't matter.
Thank you for being here on Kruse Control, everybody. Appreciate you as always. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, episode 297. Good to have you here as always. Hope you had a great time tonight, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. My panelists, appreciate you as always. Miss Angela Costello, thank you, Angela, for being here. Hope you had a good time. Good to see you, Angela, as always.
It was good to be here. Good to be with you guys. Fun times. Good chat. Lots to talk about.
Always so much going on every day.
Lots happening in Hollywood.
Can we go for a walk?
Yeah.
No, Peppy, maybe later. Hold on your horses, man.
You guys
you looking at this sweet thing? Can I give you my number?
Close to home for me.
Yeah, it does, Angela, and thank you for being here. There are a lot of good takes on this too. I appreciate. I mean, the lively things, and then there's like a lot of drama, but that's. I mean, isn't that show business? It's all drama. It's all drama, right?
Yeah, I mean, isn't life drama? I mean, it's not just show business. It's life. It's like the whole thing. Everything's drama. Like
that's all drama.
Coming at you from all corners. Like it's just
Can
everywhere.
we make more movies like this? These are the great ones.
What movies, Peppy? Like us? I'm always happy to have you. Whatever. Miss Amelia Perez, thank you for being here, Allie. Hope you had a good time tonight. Thanks for coming in. Always fun chatting. Great takes too. Good to see you, Allie.
Thanks for having me. Good time.
And also, if there's anything else you can just tell people, see your work, anything going on? I know you're being a little hesitant earlier, but there's anything else? Anything? I'm gonna try to pull something from you.
No, we've got the short I did last year. We have on YouTube on it's at Infant Cinema. So if you want to see one of my things, For the Art is on Infant Cinema on YouTube, and I have a horror comedy that I'm in pre-production for that I wrote that I will be directing, and I have a pilot we'll put into some festivals this year.
Yeah. Always working. Yeah. Good to have you here. Always working. I'm always excited. It's funny. We met like on Burlesque, wasn't it, or something like that, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Burlesque. Long time ago.
We've heard that so many times.
I know, right? So many times. 12 hours later, we haven't worked. You're wrapped. You guys go in for 3 hours. Go work. Crazy time. I still forget. I will still forget, like, when the executive producer came on stage, it was like 3 or 4 I think maybe 5 in the morning. He's like, who has some drugs here? Somebody has to have some drugs here. I don't care what it is. Ecstasy, Molly, meth, whatever you got. I need something right now. This is the executive producer. And then he's like, and then director's yelling at him. I'm like, where am I at right now? Welcome to Hollywood, everybody. Welcome to Hollywood. Miss Valerie's a target. Good to be here. Valerie, good to see you as always. Hope you had a good time, Val. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you, Val. Good to see you as always.
Oh.
Good to see you, Val.
Good to see you. Good to see all. Wonderful.
And Taylor Swift is gonna keep going, right, Val?
Oh my gosh. When the world ends, it's gonna be like her and Cher and cockroaches.
Her, Cher, cockroaches, and the thirsty daddy himself, GR. Good to be here as always. Hope you had a good time, GR.
I had a blast, Brian. This was some interesting takes tonight.
It was some great takes, GR. Great takes.
Well, I was trying to be politically correct and not get too hyper.
Yeah, it's just my job. That's my job, right?
Yeah,
I bring that.
So shut up and let me be calm.
I will. Well, thank you all for being here. I'll
save the craziness for next Monday. How's that?
Right?
Real quick. Can I add something real quick?
No, Peppy. What was that? Yeah, go ahead.
So this is something maybe, I don't know, we can talk about it another thing, but I wanted to say that this guy I know that is in the industry, Hollywood industry, that people go and shop their tapes to him to try and get them out, like Kim's tape and Paris Hilton, all that stuff. So basically, I guess
it's GR, Emma, not J.
This guy talked to Don Lemon about Kanye and stuff and reviewing files, and he found no NDA on a tape that he took care of for him in 2012. So he said it's maybe time to tell the world all about the story and what a piece of shit he is. He goes, "What do you think?" Question mark.
Oh, I say put it out there.
I said, "What do you guys say?" I say, "Put it out." Like I'm saying, say it. Let it flow. Let it go. If there's no NDA, you got nothing to. No NDA.
Nope.
Like that was on him. So
no NDA.
More,
sorry.
Juicy Kanye details.
Valerie's face. She's like, what?
Yep. No NDA and a tape. I'm sorry. I'd like to know. I mean, not that I don't think the guy's already kind of a POS, but it'd be interesting to know what that's about.
Yeah, Kanye's all over the place. I gotta say, he's all over the place. But release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. That's what I say. Why
Release
not?
it, right?
Release it. Okay. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here as always. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great time. Good to see everybody out there. But please, everybody, please like and subscribe and join our Patreon if you can. Again, next Monday we got Paul for Heavy Spoilers will be popping in. Can't wait to have some conversations with him. Episode 300 next Monday. So excited. So much going on in Kruse Control. As always, we're happy to have you here. Couldn't do without you guys. Numbers go up because of you, and we keep coming back because of you. So please always like and subscribe. Join that Patreon if you can. And as always, everybody, you got to spread that love. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your grandmas and grandparents that came down from back in the day. They landed smack down in GR's backyard, and he was like hustling them up. He's like, are you time travelers? What's happening? And he's bringing them all together, and they're coming in his house, they're busting in his house, they're bringing all the woodland creatures. It's like Noah's Ark in GR's house. I have no idea what's going on. The beavers, the bears, the koala bears, all the aardvarks are there. He loves aardvarks. That's an inside story. He loves aardvarks. They're his favorite animal in the world, right? GR, don't worry about it. He'll answer that later. Also got some beavers there that are flapping out in GR's bathtub. They're having a little party there, subscribing to Kruse Control. It's a fantastic animal adventure. The Noah's Ark of GR's house floats away into the ethoverse, and then when that happens, we get to 1 million subscribers. But until then, everybody, keep going. We love you so much. Happy Monday. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week until hump day. We'll be back again, and we'll keep talking, because that's what we do, guys. Always happy to have you here. Until next time, everybody, see ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.